Guys, welcome back to Rev Render Garage. On today's episode, we're going to review my 2025 Z500. I've owned it for 3.5 months, had a full summer of riding on it, and I've got about 1,800 miles on it. I think it's time for me to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly with it. Let's get to it.
Note, we're not sponsored by Amazon or Harbor Freight, but some of our links are affiliate links. Using them costs you nothing extra, but it helps us fund more tools, builds, and videos for you. Thanks for the support.
Guys, welcome back to Rev Render Garage. If it's your first time here, welcome. We hope you stay. Make sure and push that subscribe button because we guarantee you that we'll get you some good content. So today we are going to be reviewing my 2025 Z500 from Kawasaki. I bought it back in June. I've had a full summer to ride it, and I want to talk to you about the good, the bad, and the ugly with it. So some of the things that I first loved about this bike, I did not go to the dealership to look at this bike. I came in, I met Mario.
You gotta come see Mario! I'm Mario!
I came there to look at a 650, honestly. And I looked at the 650, it was black with some green on there. I thought it was cool. But I walked by the Z500, I said, what is this? And so what struck me at first was the aesthetics of the bike. I really liked, I'm a big matte black guy. If you know me, I love matte black. So matte black on a lot of the bike. And it had the candied red frame with the candied red rims on there. It's just an aesthetically good looking bike in my opinion. So that's what got me first. So second, Mario says, I own this exact bike. I absolutely love it. And I said, well, let me sit on this thing for a second. So I jumped on it, and the first thing I noticed when I sat on it was I can literally just throw this thing around. This thing is so not top heavy. It's nimble, or as they say, flickable. You can just chuck this thing into corners, and it's so much fun to ride. But that is the second thing that really drew me to this bike was when I sat on it. It's a comfortable bike to sit on. It's a comfortable bike for a long ride as well. So those are my initial thoughts, was the aesthetics of it, and as well as how I sat on the bike and how it felt while I'm on it, and the controllability of the bike. Because most of these dealerships now, they don't let you test ride anything. I had to buy this bike without test riding it. Although Mario, he did say, I'll bring my bike in and you can stop by and give it a ride. Well, I got a little bit too anxious and I just ended up going back later that day and picking the bike up. All right, so after I put this thing on my trailer, I wasn't gonna ride it home that day. The weather looked like it was about to rain, and it did. So I put it on my carrier on the back of my car, got it home. Luckily the weather cooperated a little bit and I was actually able to get this thing out for a little spin. So my initial thoughts on the first ride were amazing. I really liked it. Man, it was just so much fun. Again, this thing has a lot of low-end torque. It's a 451cc bike. They call it a 500, it's a bit of a stretch. But either way, that extra 51cc gives you a lot of low-end torque on this bike. It's amazing how much low-end torque this has. First initial ride, I got it out for probably about 20 minutes or so. Then it started sprinkling, had to bring it back into the garage and park it till the next day. But either way, loved it, couldn't wait to get on it more. I do want to talk about the things I didn't like either. One, I did not like the sound of the exhaust. Who does love the sound of a stock exhaust on a street bike? I think that's probably the first thing everybody changes. That was first on the list, was get a different exhaust on here. And then I decided I wanted to get the ECU Flashed. So I tried to find some videos on how to flash an ECU. No such luck. So I had to just tear the bike down myself because they wanted $175 to yank the ECU out of this. No thank you. I ain't paying $175. So I figured out how to do it myself, and I actually made a little video about it. If you want to watch that video, you can check it out right up here. But it gives you detailed instructions how to get the ECU out of it. I took it up to Two Wheel Dyno Works in Kirkland, and I had them bench flash the ECU. They can't do it through the OBD port, so I had them flash that ECU, put it back in, and man, I will tell you, what a difference it made. This bike is a whole new bike with that ECU flash. So it was fun before with the low-end torque. Now it's got crazy mid-range torque. The front wheel will easily come off the ground, shifting between first and second now. So it is so much fun to ride. I put a Leo Benche slip-on exhaust on there. This thing sounds badass. Trust me on that one.
You know what? Rather than talk some more, I figured I'm just going to take you guys for a ride and we'll show you what this thing is about. I can talk a little bit about it on the way, so let's not waste any more time. Man, we just happened to get ourselves a pretty gorgeous day, late October here. So I'll take you guys out for a little spin, give you my 2 cents on the bike here. We're using our X5 360 cam today on the front, and then I've got my Insta 360 Ace Pro 2 mounted to my chin. But I'm Bluetoothed to my 360 camera. So the only motorcycle I have to compare this to was my 2009 Yamaha FZ6. So the major differences, obviously 15 years newer bike that I'm riding right now. But the biggest difference is there's about 82 pounds between the two bikes. This bike is about 82 pounds lighter, and I swear every bit of that weight was on the very front end top of that Yamaha. After riding this for a while, I went back and rode the Yamaha. I really wanted to compare the torque because the Yamaha is a 600. This is a 451. And I was kind of nervous at first, thinking, what if I jump on it? And now I'm all of a sudden like, oh, I love the Yamaha. Not the case at all. I got on there and was taking corners and just like, holy smokes, this thing just corners like a brick. It's like a big landscaping brick. The rideability between the two bikes is just unbelievable because, again, there's 15 years, newer technology. Not that Yamaha wasn't good to ride. It's a very nice bike. I definitely like this one a little bit better. So the TFT display on this is really nice. It comes with the SE package, which I got. This one also has the ABS brakes. It's what gives it the red and black styling. But the TFT that comes on this is full color with the SE package. And it is a really nice little TFT screen. You've got your basic programming that you can do with it. You know, you can change your RPM, where the RPMs will flash at you at a certain RPM. Man, how many times can I say RPM in the same sentence? The break-in period for this bike was brutal. You're not supposed to take this bike over 4,000 RPMs for like the first 500 or 600 miles. I don't remember now. But man, that's brutal. I'm in like 6th gear doing 47 miles an hour. I just felt like I was just bogging the entire time. But I was very good throughout my break-in period. I really followed the rules to the most part. I will tell you, I was told that once you hit the break-in mileage, it will automatically reset your RPMs to where they'll flash at a higher RPM. That's not true. You have to go in there and manually adjust it. So I set mine to 9,500 when really it redlines at 10.5. But yeah, the break-in period, a little brutal because you just want to get out there and rip on it. But man, it made it It made it that much sweeter, honestly, when I did take it out after the break-in period, because opening up that first time was pretty awesome. But yeah, this thing handling is so much better than the Yamaha FC6. I mean, night and day difference. I'm not a big specs guy. You can show me all the specs you want, and I just want to get on the bike. I want to see how it feels when I get on it and when I ride on it. You can tell me it's got X amount of torque and X amount of horsepower, but honestly, I just want to get on it and see what that feels like. So this one obviously has far less horsepower. This one has 51 horsepower at 10,000 RPMs. Now, I did get the ECU tuned, which changed a lot of the fuel mapping on this. So like you roll on, like when I'm rolling on my throttle or rolling off my throttle, it's so much smoother. Before, it's like shutting a light switch on and off, and that's just no bueno. And I will tell you, with this new exhaust on here, one of the things that I really liked about getting the new exhaust on here, I can really drive by the sound of the exhaust now. Before, the stock exhaust was so quiet, you couldn't even hear where you were at in your gear. I mean, you can look at your RPMs and stuff, but sometimes it's just nice to hear. And when you drive by kids and they tell you to rev it up, you don't have to be embarrassed anymore. So there is a company out there that flashes ECUs. I don't remember what it's called. Something Mafia, I think. When they flash their ECUs for an extra $100, you can have them add the snap, crackle, pop feature to it, which honestly, you're paying $100 to destroy your exhaust. Kind of silly in my opinion. They asked for it, gotta give it to them, man. And now we don't have to be embarrassed about it. One of the other things I noticed after getting the ECU flashed, I was getting a lot more RPM out of every gear. Because there was just, I'm getting more torque, more speed before I'm having to shift, if that makes sense. This bike is extremely easy to ride as well. Just the position, the triangle that I sit in, I could ride this bike for hours. It's just, they got you kind of locked in with the seat here. I really like it. Kind of feel like upchuck chops right now, driving around talking to y'all. One of the things I was going to talk about with this TFT display, you do not have different riding modes on this. A lot of bikes now have like rain, sport mode, custom mode. This does not have that. You can turn it between, you know, white background, dark black background, set some different things on it, but pretty simple screen to use. So, well, let's open this thing up, man, and see what it can, well, now we got cars up here. Yeah, this thing in the corners is just awesome. It's fun. Got to be a little careful here because we just had a big windstorm the other night, so do not really want to slide out on a bunch of wet leaves. Yeah, the ground's still a little damp out here, so. Yeah, I'm probably gonna put a quick shifter on this thing this next summer, but it's gonna require me pulling the ECU back out because you gotta have it reflashed to accept that quick shifter. It'll pull going up hills, no problem. I weigh about 190 right now, and I've got zero issues with it hauling me around. When I first got the bike, I weighed about 205, so I've already gained myself probably an extra horsepower and a half. They say every 10 pounds shed is equivalent to a horsepower. At least that's what I read. I don't know. So again, the overall differences between this and my only other street bike that I've owned, or still have, this 451cc bike has more mid-range torque than my 600cc Yamaha. No joke, man. It's right through the middle of the gears. It just, I think it would pull away from the Yamaha. But the weight difference, that's the biggest. Man, this thing, like I showed you earlier when we were in the shop, man, I can just stand and flick this thing between my legs. It's just so lightweight, you don't feel like you're gonna fall over at a stoplight. So this is considered a beginner's bike. Now, I wasn't about to do a Yamaha MT-03, way too little power. I would have been probably bored of that in the first couple weeks. This thing, it is a beginner's bike, extremely easy to ride, and one that you won't be getting rid of anytime soon. Rock and roll, bitches. And now would be a good time to press that subscribe button.
Subscribe!
So my thought is I would love at some point in time to start going on some little motorcycle trips. I don't know that I want to get a dual sport adventure bike or anything like that, but Man, drop me a comment below. Tell me, you know, what bike you're coming out of. Why are you looking into this bike? What it's making you look at this bike? What do you currently ride? Do you like it? Do you hate it? I mean, you're obviously watching a review video on a Kawasaki Z500 SE for something. Oh, home sweet home.
Guys, how you doing? Thanks for coming along with me on that ride. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I do have a few more things that I would like to go over with you about this bike. Some of the things that I didn't really talk about on the ride, some of the more technical things. This bike comes with ABS brakes, at least the SE model does. Those ABS brakes, I don't know why you wouldn't want them. They asked me, do you ride much in the rain? I said, no, I try to avoid it at all costs. And they said, well, you don't need it then. But I'll tell you what if you get caught in the rain? It's just nice to have the equipment on there. The other thing that this thing has, it has a slipper clutch. This thing is so forgiving, especially for the brand new riders out there. You're gonna love. I can literally pull this clutch in with my pinky. That's how easy it is. It's very forgiving on the downshifts. I know I talked about getting a quick shifter as well, which will allow me to upshift it really, really quick. The bike itself, my overall thoughts on the bike, if you're a beginner and you're looking for something that's going to get you through that beginning stage, but also into that intermediate stage, this bike right here is absolutely for you. I can't stress that enough. It's just a great bike. The rideability of it, how smooth it is, the comfort of the bike riding, and also just the aggressive styling of it as well. So I think you guys will be very happy if you were to land on one of these Kawasaki Z500s, especially the SE, because you just get that extra color screen. You're getting the special graphics that stand out amongst the black and the green ones. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found some value in what I had to say about the bike. Until next time, guys.
As always, thanks for watching. Tune in every Saturday for a new video. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Those likes really help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, Rev Render out.